Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today's video is a 2019 Lexus ES350 aluminum hood. How to get a glass repair, very clean repair. Thanks for watching. Damage occurred. A water cooler fell from the guy's shelf in his garage and fell on the hood, creating a dent, and he wasn't too happy. Reached out to me. We came out the next day and removed the dent. He asked me at least a half a dozen times if it was going to look right, if we could get the dent out, and well, we did, and he was very pleased. Left us a 5-star review. Okay, so here's the dent. As you can tell, it's kind of sharp on the aluminum panel, and aluminum's kind of tricky, or it can be tricky at times, just because aluminum's kind of crazy, but I enjoy aluminum. So we used 2 different tabs. We used Anson black glue because it works very well in cold temperatures. I like it. It's terrible in hot, humid temperatures, but it's great when it's cold. Get the Anson black for cold weather. I promise you, you will be very satisfied with the results. It's like 6-7 seconds and boom, it's ready to pull. Here's the other tab we use. I don't even know who makes it, but I did 2 pulls, one with the black tab, one with the red tab, and I used the mini lifter both times. And got pretty much a majority of the dent out, and then I was able to tool the rest of it from underneath and get it very flat. As you can see here, this is what it looks like on the second pull. Got the sharp crease right there in the middle. Not that big a deal. We're just going to tool that out with a push tool from Dentcraft. But first, before we do that, we're going to knock down those high spots and smooth it out the best we can before we push on it. So this is what it looks like after knocking it down and using the tool to bring up the low spots. You can see a little imperfection there and a very little high spot that I have to tap down, but no big deal. So this is what you do when you have this when you have repairs like this on aluminum. All you have to do is wet sand and buff it, or don't even have to wet sand. These are the tools I used. Not much going on. That's the only tools I use for this repair. There's one of the black tabs. There's the red tab. And you can see the hole. I just use the Stucky pliers and straighten that hole up. Perfect. No big deal. See the hole? It's nice and flush, nice and flat. Yeah, there's a little missing paint. Just got to touch it up. No big deal, but that's what happens. So this is the after you push it all out, and this is what it looks like. I mean, you know, you can keep knocking it down and it'll never be perfect. So you have to use this sanding technique and remove the imperfections from the knockdown and your tool when you're pushing up and down. And it just creates those weird looking, I don't even know what you call it in the paint. But just sand it out, buff it out, and it's gonna look amazing. I promise you. You can get the sanding block from Anson. That's where I got it. I've been using it for 2 years. It's great. It's better than wet sanding. Just use that little square thing, D-nib, remove the texture, buff it with the number 1 and the number 2, and you're going to be super satisfied. The repair is going to look great. It's going to save you so much time and having to do 30, 40 more minutes of work. And, you know, time is money, and you don't have time to be doing all that nonsense, especially when the clear's already been chewed up from your knockdown tip or your blending hammer or whatever. You just have to sand it and buff it out. And that's a very common practice. I do it all the time. I know other people who do it quite a bit. If you're not doing it, you're costing yourself time, and time is money. And the customer wants a great repair. You have to provide that, and use this technique, and it'll save you in the long run. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something from here. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you already knew about this technique, great. I'm sorry you wasted your time watching the video. But as you can tell, it looks very well. There's no more chewiness, no more imperfections in the clear coat from the tap down. And yeah, customer was super satisfied. I was very happy with it as well because it was sharp and on the edge of the hood, and it being aluminum and it being a new car. This guy was so picky. He was picking out water stains from when he was washing his car and the sun evaporated the water and it left the minerals dried into the clear. He was thinking like that was something, but I had to educate him on how the sun evaporates and leave the minerals from the water etched into the clear. That's why you have to make sure, clean all that off. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.